Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, the United States of America, for a change, started acting diplomatically. And that is, Mr. Secretary of State Marco Rubio will meet the NATO foreign ministers, probably to give them the latest directives they have to follow. That's the first topic. Second topic, the German foreign minister, the infantile Annalena Baerbock, visits Kyiv for the 11th time. Very reassuring. Then we have the Lithuanian foreign minister, also is in Kyiv. Lithuania has about 2.7, 2.8 million people population. It's a village. But hey, they go over there to tell the Ukrainians how they will fight the war against the Russians. And that's the second topic, which is the foreign ministers of Germany and Lithuania will go over there to do exactly what? To write a book and tell their children, oh, they don't have children maybe? Tell whomever, the future generations, how fantastic they were and how courageous. Now, all right. And the third one, Zelenskyy is preparing with British and French, with the Brits and the French, a peacekeeping strategy in Ukraine already. So their military, the UK, France and Ukraine military are preparing jointly for a peacekeeping mission in Ukraine. Very interesting. I wonder what the Russians say about it. Oh, you don't care? All right, and then peace by Easter, polls by July. So I made a video yesterday when Zelenskyy, it was someone else claiming from Ukraine that Ukraine is preparing for elections and they hope by Easter to have a peace and then by July to have elections. Well, that's what Zelenskyy says, I think. And then we have another guy who says, no, that's bullshit. You know when elections will happen? Only when the evil Russians will stop the war. So, if you want democracy in Ukraine, you have to stop the Russians. So, it's on you. Bye-bye. Let me wash my hands. All right, let's start with the first topic. Diplomacy. Ukraińska Pravda. And we have US Secretary of State to meet other NATO foreign minister and discuss lasting peace in Ukraine. Got that? Lasting peace in Ukraine. Excellent. I think that's a very good idea. Here is Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio, I don't have a lot of faith in his ability, but nevertheless, he is the appointed foreign minister of the United States of America, after all. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is to attend a meeting of NATO foreign ministers in Brussels, where they will discuss, they will be told, among other things, ensuring lasting peace in Ukraine. That is, Marco Rubio will tell them, hey boys, let me tell you how things will be done. You shut the fuck up. You two. Sit down, smack. It's not like Marco Rubio is mild, okay? But anyway, and he's going to tell them, it's going to be like this, Trump wants this, Putin wants this, we got to do this, and you're going to follow orders. Everybody else will be like, yes, sir. You'll see. I'll be here. I hope you will be here too. All right. Details. Bruce said that Rubio would visit Brussels from 2 to 4 of April. She noted that meeting of NATO foreign ministers would focus on NATO security priorities, including increasing the alliance investment, money, in defense and ensuring lasting peace in Ukraine. Excellent, that's good news. I hope this guy comes and smacks the baboons in Europe. Next one. Ukraińska Pravda. German foreign minister makes 11th visit to Ukraine. Look at that. Look at that clown. Look at that. Look at, what the fuck is that? What is that, people? She looks like Golda Meir. She looks like Madeleine Albright. She looks like Barbara Streisand. You got the hint. I'm going to come here and I'm going to very important. And these guys are money. My God. Okay, she's a baboon. Next one. Lithuania foreign minister arrives in Kyiv. The same person in charge here. Look at that guy over there. And this is I I don't know, 1980s ABBA fan. Lithuanian Foreign Minister Kęstutis Budrys arrived in Kiev on morning of 1st of April. Arrived to free Kiev to express Lithuania's unwavering support to brave Ukrainian nation. We will continue standing by your side in your fight for freedom and sovereignty. Why don't you send some Lietuvas over there? Lietuva. Why don't you send some Lithuanians to fight? Send them over. Don't be shoulder to shoulder, you go first mentality. Go and put your mouth where your foot is, or put your foot where your mouth is. Either way, my friends. And the same with Germany. What exactly Annalena Baerbock came to discuss in Free Kiev 11th visit? All right, let's see. German outgoing, the communist green foreign minister Annalena Baerbock. She leaves. What the hell? I'm pretty sure they're going to bring another baboon. Arrived in Ukraine on April for what is likely her final visit in his position. Oh, in this position is going to go to the doggy style position now. All right, the German foreign minister, as reported by European Pravda. Let's see what she wants. Baerbock was met at a train I ride 16 coaches long, stationed by Ukrainian foreign minister Andriy Sybiha and German ambassador to Kiev Martin Jager. Upon arrival, Baerbock announced that German people will provide Ukraine with an additional 130 million euros for humanitarian aid and stabilization efforts. What does that mean? Reports. So the German people will give the Ukrainians this amount of money. What did I say about that guy? Give me the money. My friends, don't you feel that these guys who have the authority to take your hard-earned money through taxes, they tax you, give it to someone else in the name of protecting you from the boogeyman over there? Who's the boogeyman you said? Oh, you said it's Putin this time? Oh, Putin? I mean, please, my friends, don't. All right, let's see how the Brits, the French, the mighty French, going to say shoulder to shoulder, okay, with Ukrainian military for peacekeeping mission in Ukraine. Peace mean like psh, that kind of peace. Psh. All right, let's see. New voice of Ukraine. Zelenskyy, which is double Y, which is like you started a car, I don't know, 100 years ago. Top British, French, Ukrainian military to map out peacekeeping strategy in Kiev. So they're ready to map out. Man, these are so irrelevant. It's ridiculous to look at them. Ding dong. Anyway. The British, French and Ukrainian military leadership will meet in the coming days to develop a detailed plan for peacekeeping contingents. Zelenskyy said in a traditional video, traditional what? Ukrainians or Jewish? What tradition are we talking about? And I'm quoting, we have coordinated our steps. A little bit of rumba or samba. Joint steps, our joint diplomacy and the work of teams to bring peace and security closer. Blah, blah, tralala, lululu. We are preparing a meeting for our military representatives to prepare contingents. Got it? They prepare contingents. We appreciate Britain's position, missionary position or what, on putting pressure on Putin. The pressure must be strong enough to prevent Russia from expanding this war, especially now when Moscow is openly mocking our partners' attempts, United States of America, to promote a peaceful agenda. Now drone strike, constant brutal shelling, only pressure can stop this and force Russia to peace. No NATO in Ukraine, clear and nice, will stop Russia immediately. But hey, they tried this, you didn't. Next one. Elections. Election time. Peace by Easter, polls by July, Zelenskyy, quiet election calculus. He's right there is the leader of the free world right there. And these guys are like, what is this Yiddish guy doing over here in charge of us? You tell me, huh? Oh, we got April 20th. Oh, April 20th. Happy birthday to me, right? With U.S. officials eyeing a possible ceasefire by April 20th, New Voice spoke to lawmakers and experts to unpack why foreign media are buzzing again about Ukrainian elections and whether President Volodymyr Zelensky's team could realistically pull one off. that fast after his recent call to start preparing. See, recent call to start preparing. So they want to do it. However, the economy sources also point out that the campaign would likely need to last 3 months. That is the elections. 2 scenarios. All right, let's see the scenario. The first involves elections being postponed as long as possible until after martial law is lifted. In this case, several months would be needed to align the process with legislation. The second scenario envisions snap elections tied to the end of active hostilities. This is the option described by The Economist. If this path is chosen, many things will be overlooked. So what they say is this, and I'm going to show you. Let's go to the article so we are clear who's who and what's what. New Voice of Ukraine, no ballots under bombs. Arakhamia shuts down election rumors. Arakhamia is a Ukrainian guy again. Arakhamia, okay? I gotta tell you, Arakhamia is another Ukrainian guy. So no meeting to prepare for elections were held in the presidential office. Public broadcasters Supampa reported citing servant of the people faction head David Arakhamia. All right. He's not Jewish, but anyway. No elections are being prepared, neither is Ukrainian. No elections are being prepared and no preparations are underway. All preliminary parties and groups have agreed that elections should take place 6 months after martial law is lifted. And basically, our position hasn't changed since then. No, it hasn't changed. This is it. When the Russians will stop their unprovoked invasion, then democracy will be restored in Ukraine. Until then, talk to the Russians. Bye-bye. See you never. Let me wash my hands. In your eyes. So it's all the Russians' fault. You see, when I was a kid, I was a boy, obviously, and in the schoolyard or in the arguments I had, as a boy, why am I saying as a boy? Because even at that age, I realized that this kind of framing people and framing situation in a weasel way aggravated me. When I was a boy, I used to fight a lot. Not only as a boy, but nevertheless. So they always, this kind of situations required a little thing. But these guys are trying to, it's a portraying someone in a negative way in front of a teacher to have that person, that kid, the other kid, punished by the kid, by the teacher. So these guys were lying by misinterpreting certain things and how do you call it? Hiding evidence, no, not promoting this, not saying things, just hiding, just not mentioning it. They were framed someone so the teacher could punish a person that you knew clearly that person is not guilty of anything. So these baboons who were doing this, like for instance, the Ukrainians in this case, the mass media, so-called the mainstream mass media, the baboons in Europe, the so-called politicians, when they tell you and they frame Russia as being the originator of that, the invaders, the, how do they call them, imperialistic guys with the mentality of, I don't know, caveman and all these things to frame them for the audience, which is the rest of this planet, to think, yes, indeed, the Russians are bad, therefore your actions that you're gonna undertake will be legitimate, which is the Russians. I mean, for me it's clear, and I'm thinking, I noticed that since I was a boy. Now this is I thought that this is just a child mentality, after which, you go through some levels of cognitive development, and you go through Piaget stages of cognitive development, and you say, okay, this is not the way it's going to work anymore. But I realized that we have children brains in adult bodies doing the same thing, and that gets me to the point. These guys did not evolve since that, I don't know, stage 2 of Piaget's level of cognitive development. My friends, this is just unbelievable. And it's irritating because these guys are serious. They affect my life, they affect your life. They're whatever it is, my friends, whatever it is. Again, Rubio, I hope he's going to have the power to tell these guys, hold on, this is the new direction, now go home and tell your baboons. After all, you're the foreign minister of NATO, so you have power, don't you? Appointed. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.